In the Rehoboam story, labor abuse is depicted through the king's decision to increase the workload of his subjects, despite their complaints and pleas for mercy. The king's arrogance and cultural narcissism are evident in his belief that he has the right to demand more from his subjects, without any consideration for their well-being or human rights. He sees himself as superior to his subjects, and therefore entitled to their labor, no matter the cost. Similarly, in the Exodus story, labor abuse is also rampant, with the Israelites being forced to work long hours under harsh conditions in Egyptian slavery. The Pharaoh's cultural narcissism is evident in his belief that he has the right to enslave an entire group of people and exploit them for his own gain. He views himself and his culture as superior to the Israelites and therefore entitled to their labor without any regard for their well-being. Both stories illustrate how cultural narcissism can lead to labor abuse, with those in power believing that they are entitled to the labor of others, regardless of the cost. The belief in cultural superiority can lead to a sense of entitlement that justifies the exploitation of others. The cultural narcissism of the pharaoh and the king blinds them to the humanity of their subjects, reducing them to mere tools for their own use. Moreover, in both stories, the labor abuse is justified by the idea that it is necessary for the greater good. The king believes that the increased workload will benefit the kingdom, while the pharaoh sees the Israelites as a necessary workforce for his empire. This utilitarian view of labor allows those in power to justify the exploitation of their subjects, with little regard for their suffering. In conclusion, the Rehoboam story and the Exodus story illustrate how cultural narcissism can lead to labor abuse, with those in power believing that they are entitled to the labor of others, regardless of the cost. The belief in cultural superiority can lead to a sense of entitlement that justifies the exploitation of others, reducing them to mere tools for the benefit of those in power. These stories serve as cautionary tales, warning against the dangers of cultural narcissism and the exploitation of labor.